Yeah. Sup? All right. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here. So, as you know, Let me turn that down just a little bit. That's better. Anyway, as you know, that I'm starting to make videos again, and this time around, I'm having people look at my past videos and one, critique them. Two, just give me their opinion on what I'm saying and stuff like that. And that's what I'm really going after is okay, this is my point of view, but based on your life experiences, what do you agree with and what don't you agree with? And that's how a person grows is taking that criticism or taking, that opinion and seeing it from a different side, and then like maybe like if I see their point, I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that way. You're right, and and I changed my perspective. So that being said, as I said, I've had people look at my videos. I try to share my channel and stuff like that because I want people to, you know, you know, not go by what I say, but just take bits and pieces that may apply to them, and just try to apply it to their lives. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, right? But at the same time, life is basically patterns. So what I've experienced, I know someone else has had that experience, or that person knows of someone that's had that experience, and maybe what I've learned and what I share will help deter that person from going down the same road and getting results that I, experience. Does that make sense? So this video I want to talk about is I made a video about 11 months ago, and it was titled, don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone. And I had said in that video, you have to be alone. Well, you don't have to be, but if you really want to break a cycle or you really want to dissect yourself, you have to be alone and like really, you know, break yourself down to the nth degree and figure out why certain things are happening and what not only what you did, but to cause that, but how can you prevent that from ever happening again, and and just grow from that. And so a person saw that and said, well, it was good, but I think that the being alone part is a preference. You know, you say you like alone, like you like to be alone, but me, I rather be around people, friends, and or use motivation to help me grow. And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense, right? So I'll put in this aspect like this. So like when I start a new job, it my trainer can tell me, okay, you do this, 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 and this, right? And I follow it. But I'm the type of person. The way I learn is I gotta make my own mistakes, right? So even though this person said don't do this, subconsciously I do that, and that mistake happens, and now I've like, okay, now that makes sense. So when I train another person, I can break down in detail why you shouldn't do this or why you do this and all that stuff. And you know, so again, that person made a good point, and I was just wanted to point that out. But I also have said that just take my videos as advice, use bits and pieces and just apply what's apply to you what you think works. And if it doesn't work, throw it back and try something else. But at least you tried. And also, another point I want to make is it's great to have it's great to be around people, but those people really, really have to trust, right? They have to know that they don't have an agenda, that, they're just not feeding you things or, make you believe things just to appease them. Like, I'll give an example. Like, say you're trying to change, right? You're trying to make a better person. The life you're living is just not you, right? But you're afraid to be alone, or you don't want to be alone, or whatever. There are people out there that are your friends that you've known for years, that you fucking ran the road with. They had your back, you had their back, right? There's those people out there that see you change, and they know that if you were to, really fulfill your potential, that they'd be out of the picture, right? Because they are, I don't want to say toxic, but they are not valuable no more. They are not. They know that you have to surround yourself with better people, and those people you surround with do not fit their criteria, right? So let's say, for instance, I'm a person that doesn't like drama. I don't like gossipers and stuff like that. But the person that that was by my side the whole time, as I'm, learning about myself, is a talker, a gossiper. I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life, right? As I was on the come up, it was whatever. But now that I have seen different results, I have seen and achieved different results. This person that just keeps on yakking about dramatic stuff, it doesn't fit me. And so, A, you can get rid of them, or B, you can hold on to that person, and just because you have these long ties, hold on this person, and they're just gonna bring you back down. They're gonna do what it takes to stay in your life, and them being in your life is gonna bring you back down. It's gonna pull you back into that cycle that you work so hard to try to get out of. And so what I'm trying to say is, that person that knows that their time is almost up, they'll tell you, they'll do whatever it takes to keep you in their lives, because they see you doing well and they're really not going nowhere. So they feel that you'll take them along for the ride, so to speak, if that makes sense. So that's why I say when the people that you're around, they really got to be down for you 100%. They not only support your growth, but they help your growth. They want to learn with you. They want to, let's say you got a new interest, right? Those people should, if they're your ride or die, should, learn with you about that interest. And that's something you guys talk about. Let's say, talk about, I don't know, you want to make more money, right? So you want to talk about, well, what can I do to save up for retirement? And you talk about options. Whereas before you were just talking about, what we're going to do fucking Saturday night after a week of, or Friday night after a long week of work. That's your only, oh, let's get drunk, or, let's do this party, blah, blah, blah. Like, you see the growth. You go from all you care about is what we're going to do Friday after work to how how can we, save up for retirement? We're getting to that age. So, yeah. Back to the point of all this is, if you're gonna be that person that needs that group, make sure that group is 100% for you. If you're like me, I like to be by myself, really think about what I need to do to grow, and I put it in action, right? So I talk about it, I record it, I have friends out there, or acquaintances, that are going through struggle too, and I just kind of mentor them, coach them, try to give them sound advice, and hopefully that it clicks. I don't expect people to take my advice and they do, and they have to do it, right? It has to fit their needs, it has to fit their goals. My job, I feel, is just to put that information out there, because as I was coming up, I never got that. I had to learn on my own. I had to go through the actual struggles, getting the doors actually slammed in my face before I started getting yeses, and okay, that makes sense. So again, I really do, I appreciate the feedback, the what about this or what about that. That's what I'm looking for. And either email it to me, or leave it in the comments, or the people that have responded to this are the people I actually am friends with. Leave it in my fucking messenger or text message, whatever, and I'll respond to it. But this is what I need to help grow this channel. This is what I need to help grow myself. And thank you. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. And I'll see you down the road. Just remember, this is just advice. This is just my stories. This is what I did to help make me a better person. I'm far from it, but I believe I'm on the right path. Right? I'll never stop growing. I'll never stop trying to be better. If I'm in the same spot I am now, a year from now, then I did something wrong. I want to look back on these videos, think, okay, I see now, or I see where I went wrong there, or that thing I said, yeah, it wasn't quite on point. It was near the bullseye, but it wasn't on point like it should be. That's what I'm after, and that's where you guys come in to help me. So again, thank you. See you down the road. Peace.